This is my Riccar Vibrance. I bought this a few months ago on Craigslist from a lady who used to sell rainbow vacuum cleaners door to door. She had a whole bunch of trade-in models. Now this particular model, she said, was not a trade-in. She said it was her grandmother's, although I really didn't believe her because this vacuum is only 4 years old, and you can see that it has quite a bit of wear on it. For instance, the hose is kinked right here. The cord I had to replace because it had kinks all over the place, and not to mention the lifetime belt has to be replaced, which is ironic. So obviously these lifetime belts weren't made to last a lifetime in all cleaning situations, but that indicates to me that this vacuum was used excessively. I don't think they intended for these lifetime belts to go bad, hence I think it was used quite a bit. The HEPA filter does have some carbon brush dust on it, so I'm probably going to replace that. The brush strips aren't that bad, but I'm going to have those replaced as well. One of the cord clips was broken on the side, so I got a new cord clip from a scrap Taconi vac one of my friends had. I also got from him a whole bunch of bags. This is an aftermarket A bag in there right now. It's synthetic cloth, but this is what the genuine A bags look like. About the same size, but they say Riccar on it. There's really no difference in quality though between the generic bags and the genuine bags. They both filter about the same, and they're both excellent at filtration, so I really don't have a problem with the aftermarket bags. Overall, this is a nice machine. It works incredibly well on carpet because the motor has a lot of airflow, and it has very stiff metal, a very stiff metal brush roll, replaceable brush strips, which is nice. It's also got a metal bottom plate and a metal handle, which is nice. The hose is very long, which is nice for vacuuming stairs and upholstery and whatnot. I don't have the crevice tool for this, so I have to find that crevice tool that will fit. And besides that, it still works pretty good, considering the fact that it does need some parts. But this was one of the more expensive models of Vibrance. I don't remember if they still make this model or not. They might, because I think this model is still on their website. That's how I figured out how much this vacuum cost. Approximately new. This vacuum was about $700. I bought it for $35, so I got it for only a fraction of what this machine costs new. It has a switch down here, turn off the brush roll, which is nice for vacuuming floors, and turning the brush roll off when using the tools, so if you're vacuuming carpeting, the brush roll isn't going to tear up the carpeting by sitting in one place for a long time. So I'm very happy with this machine. It's very powerful. The only real I suppose downside to this machine is that it's a little bit on the heavy side, but it is a very well built machine. I'm not gonna lie about that. So besides it being heavy, I really don't have any other complaints about this vacuum cleaner. So it's also got a light on the side to indicate when the airflow is blocked, which I suppose is a nice feature for people who don't check their vacuum bags often, but I never really need to use that feature because I check the bags after every use on this vacuum cleaner and all my other vacuum cleaners, in fact. So overall I'm happy with it. Made in the USA by Taconi, which is a nice thing. It's not necessarily something that makes me decide whether or not to buy a vacuum, but certainly this is a selling point for a lot of people who buy these vacuum cleaners. So I'm not complaining. It's a good vacuum cleaner. Most of its problems are related to the person who used it before I did, not necessarily things that are wrong with the machine design itself. So now I'm going to run the Vibrance so you can hear it run. So that is the Vibrance, and if you could hear a little bit of a squeal, that's the lifetime belt which needs to be replaced. Hope you enjoyed the video.